Welcome to the show. I'm Jill Gashumba and
this is God's Plan.
And you're watching the God's Plan and Gush Lounge TV show. Well, for the last few weeks in Uganda, the biggest topic has been cyberbullying.
Cyberbullying is actually a big problem around the world. A lot of people have lost their lives. A lot of young people have committed suicide, gone for depression, and it's really becoming very serious. I find that in Uganda, people are not aware of it. And hopefully, by the end of this program, people will be more aware.
Yeah, today we decided to bring the cyberbullying topic onto our lounge so that we dissect and discuss cyberbullying. But some people have thought that maybe us talking about cyberbullying is a little bit extreme. But yes, cyberbullying is extreme, and so many people have lost jobs, have lost their relationships, have even lost their confidence, have gone into depression and so many things because of cyberbullying. So yes, cyberbullying is no joke. So Mr. God's Plan, what has been your first encounter with cyberbullying, having been a person who has spent almost all their life not in the public eye and not knowing anything to do with a random person that you don't even know coming up and commenting random stuff about you?
Actually, I was with you. Looking back at a time I was in Dubai.
Yeah.
I remember us coming from Dubai. This is January 2019.
The fact that you even remember the date and month.
Yeah, I remember the date and the month. We came back from Dubai. We came from the airport. You know where people walk by the car park when you come to the airport? There's always newspapers there. So I remember walking, looking down at a newspaper and thinking, what?
Your front page.
I was front page.
How did it actually feel being front page before we understand the whole...
Listen, yeah, I was like, what? What's this? Because I was used to, you know, I grew up in London. Most of the times in London, when someone writes a story, it's true or it's very close to the truth.
Yeah.
This was all lies. Front page, Kampala Sun, you know, everything is lies.
Yeah.
They said in the front page that.
Is that you need to document this bullying that is actually taking place. You know, you need to state it in your email, ask the perpetrator to please stop it, and then if it doesn't, you can ask them again a second time. What you're doing is creating documentation that this bullying is taking place. So when that fails, and as we've heard, they do this repeatedly, you know, again and again. So you get your documentation and you can reach out to the police, to the family division. I know you have, you don't believe in our police, but you know, that is the place where we're told to go.
No,
you know, and you can go there as a first place. Again, it is documentation, you know, again, it is documentation that yes, I reached out to the police. And then, so that's the first, those are the first set of actions you need to do. And then you need to open up to, you know, your loved ones, to people in your support network that, look guys, this is happening to me, you know, and I don't know why, I don't know how I can stop this, but this and this is happening and I'm feeling very low, I'm feeling bad, can you help me? So what that does, that the people in your network, they might know somebody, they might know the boss of this person, you know, there might be a resource that can actually put an end to this bullying, or they might, you know, support you and accompany you to, you know, other authorities. They can get you a counselor, they can accompany you to counseling, you know, that kind of support, so that these negative emotions which are piling up because of this hurt do not overwhelm you. The way to deal with bullying is do not retaliate, you know, do not, you know, behave as the bully does, but instead use any opportunity you're given to speak the truth, to be positive about it, and to talk about the good things you're doing. Just give your positive message whenever you're called upon to maybe respond to so and so who said this and this. Do not respond to that negative thing.
Hard.
Use
it's
that.
Hard.
You see, that's why it's a skill.
No, it's so hard.
It's a skill you're going to learn, and it will pay. It will pay.
Doctor, should I tell you a true story?
It's a skill you're going to learn, and it will pay.
No, I agree. I agree.
It will pay off.
I agree.
If you pay off, you do not respond, you do not address negativity with negativity. If something negative happens, let it happen, that is them. For us, we're going to be positive. Even when you're responding to that, even if you're responding to that, you will respond in a positive way. Do not retaliate with negative words as well, because you will look the same like the bully. You have to show that you're at a higher place, you're at a higher level, which you already are by your initiative.
That's true. I totally agree.
This is the way to go.
Okay.
And the young people will learn, they will learn that people can do things the positive way and be winners, and you would have changed mindsets for the better.
I agree.
Yes.
Doctor, what's your message to the young kids? I want you to make a direct message to them. The young kids in schools who are bullies, especially the bullies. What's your message to them as a doctor?
So the young people out there in school and are indulging in bullying behavior, I urge you to stop this behavior, because it's a negative behavior that will lead, by the way, to your own destruction, you the bully, but also you are destroying another person's life, okay? And I don't know if you want to go through life, being responsible for someone's suicide, like the clips, some of the clips that were shown, this bullying is done by fellow students. Do you want to be responsible for someone's death? Do you want to show up in life as someone who destroys another human being? I don't think so. I don't think so. So really my message is that bullying is a negative, bad behavior. Do not indulge in it.
Okay.
You heard it from myself. So thank you for coming out, and your message has really touched all of us. You're amazing, and keep up the good work. And also thank you for joining our campaign. She's going to be our official doctor, psychiatrist for the charity organization to fight cyberbullying. Once again, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
It's been amazing having you on the show. We've had such an amazing show right here on the God's Plan and Gush Lounge. Like we told you, we've been discussing cyberbullying, which has been a #1 topic on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, and of course on Snapchat in Uganda. But over the time, it's been a very trendy topic and the most discussed about topic all over the world. Like, so many celebrities have come out to call on it, and of course so many parents who have been victims of their own children being cyberbullied and of course taking their life. Having heard from Dr. Ethel, we also decided to have one of the biggest celebrities in East Africa, Zari, the boss lady, who happens to be Ugandan, but also has grown her following and her brand from Uganda to Tanzania to Nairobi, and also in South Africa, where she resides.
Now, Zari, you are one of the people that have experienced the most bullying in Uganda, cyberbullying in Uganda. I remember a time when Ivan passed away. You was bullied. People spread so many lies, so many fake stories about you. How did that affect you? How did that affect your family? How did that affect your mental state?
Cyberbullying is real, first of all. A lot of people don't take it serious, but it's real. How has it affected me and my kids? A whole lot of things pop up on social media, and now it leaves my kids questioning, who is mom? We're seeing this, we're reading this, but we're living with someone who's so different. So I think we had to get together as a family and sit down and say, with fame comes a whole lot of negativity, positivity, and all the things. But I promise them, I am the mom they know, and nothing has changed, and they should always limit whatever they're seeing on the internet about me.
Do you feel like the cyberbullying has now moved on, not only to you as Zari, the boss lady, but also to the 5 children that you have?
Yes, definitely cyberbullying has moved on to my children, because people take things from the internet or social media and they DM or inbox my children. But for me, I've already had a talk with my kids of what's happening in my life, in our life as a family, and being famous and a public figure. The question now would remain, why would you take things off social media and DM or inbox my kids? Of what use is that going to help you? So yes, it has definitely moved to my kids.
Zari, I wanted to know, how is South Africa? when it comes to laws against cybercrime?
When it comes to South Africa, the laws here are very, very tight. Anything to do with cyberbullying, people get arrested, people get charged. So this is something I'm yet to see happening in East Africa, because in East Africa, people have taken the internet or using social media platforms for the wrong reasons. You know, we could be using these platforms to see how we can help build each other as humans, as people, as East Africans, as Africans in whole. But when it comes to South Africa, the laws are very strict, and I'm praying that the laws will definitely shift to not only Uganda but to East Africa in general, you know, to bring people forward when it comes to cyberbullying.
The situations that were happening into your life as comments into your Facebook, your Facebook, your Instagram comment sections. You had Ugandans, you had Tanzanians. You actually had like a whole different range of different people from different cultures attacking you. Some in English, some in Luganda, some in Swahili. How did you take that? And also the different breaking points of your life to do with the different relationships that you've had. How did you go through that, and which of all of them has been your biggest breaking point?
Cyberbullying, a lot of things happened to me personally. I'm gonna say I think I'm one of the most talked about person in East Africa. You might put me in a category of socialite or whatever, because there's other talked about person, but when it comes to really talking, I'm that one person that has suffered cyberbullying. Breaking points, it got to a point where we all know how I was once in a relationship with someone. In ending the relationship, this person had, things we had done privately, and he decided to release this information to media. So in the process, I was branded a whore, I was branded a prostitute, I was branded a whole lot of things. But how did it break me? It was now for me to put up with having my kids to say, okay, our mom's sex tape is on the internet. That about people I wouldn't have minded, I think, but when it came to my kids, I was like, okay, there's my family, my mom was still alive, my ex-hubby Ivan was there for me. It brought a whole lot of shame, and it's not something I did intentionally, it's something that I did privately with someone. On breaking up, this guy decided to release this video. But yeah, I think my family and my kids were affected most, and my business partners.
How do you teach your kids not to bully? And if they have been bullied, what do you tell them as a mother? What do you teach them? How should they handle it? How do you handle it?
My kids have been bullied off social media. We've had some nasty comments on their photos. Forget people who actually DM them or inbox them. Someone drops a comment right on a photo to say your mom is this or your father was this or whatever, and this is very painful. This is heartbreaking. You know, you're speaking to a child. A child doesn't know what grudge you have with me, in case you have any. Most cases you actually just don't have. You have self-hate that for you to be able to take this bad energy out of you, you need to transfer this energy to somebody else. So it is self-hate that you're having, that you're transferring. But now you end up transferring this energy onto a child. Come on, guys. We need to really find out where is the cause. Why are we being so nasty to one another? My kids or any other celebrity kids or any other public figure kids that are being bullied. What has it got to do with the child? You don't like Zari, you don't like the next person, go and attack that person. Leaving ugly comments on a child's photo or whatever it is, it makes no difference. You hurting a child, you traumatizing a child. Psychologically, the child is now left thinking, what is happening here? Yeah, so my kids have been bullied, but like I said, we've had talks so many times, and they know anything that comes off social media that's negative, they just, pass. They don't even look. So yeah, that's how I've managed to build them. Just to ignore is the word, just ignore.
Actually, most people in Uganda think that being a socialite only trades on false stories, and they feel that false stories come along with socialites and false stories make a socialite. Is it true to you, and what do you have to say about that?
People have a misconception of who a socialite is. The likes of Paris Hilton and Kim Kardashian brought this word, socialite. where you were famous, rich, had no job, but you had this beautiful life. Well, I've been branded previously until people got to understand, no, she actually has a job, she does this and all these things that I do, you know, if those that know me. And if you might actually Google, you will see a whole lot of background of the things that I do personally. So when I am being branded socialite, I am a good for nothing woman, just good looking with a beautiful life. This beautiful life is not happening by itself. I am working behind the scenes. Just because I don't wake up every day to show you, oh, I'm doing this, oh, I'm hustling. Yeah, once in a while I do snap about, you know, me being in the office, but being a socialite, nah, I think we need to scrap the word completely. Let me just say, socialite word needs to go.
Thank you, Zari, for sharing, you know, your experience and thoughts about cyberbullying.
I think all in all, we need to love one another, regardless of what's the situation. Cyberbullying is a no-no. People do commit suicide. People do lose self-esteem. People lose it all just because one comment. I get a whole lot of comments. I think at this time, I've been built to be very strong. I think I'm very immune to all this nastiness. But what about a person who's just getting to social media for the first time and there's all this much hate? If a person can't handle it, they'll definitely commit suicide.
Anyway, thank you, Zari. It's always amazing to talk to you. Of course, you certified boss lady of East Africa. Till next time. Like I said, cyberbullying is not a joke. It can happen to you, your brother, your sister, your in-law, your enemy, your friend, or just anybody. Don't forget to always follow us on our social media platforms, of course, at Sheila Gashumba on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter. And
mine is Call Me God's Plan. That's on Twitter and Instagram.
Till next time, it's been Sheila Gashumba and
God's Plan.
We're gonna have different hot topics.